Welcome to my video. My name is Arshal and this is Computer Network Lab experiment number 8, Intra and Inter-VLAN routing. So in this experiment we will see how to configure a WAN routing, and we will see for the separate physical interface for the router in WAN and a router on a stick in this experiment. So we will see how to configure the WAN, and we will do the topology network flowing diagram topology in this experiment. So let's begin this video. So what is interWAN? InterWAN routing is a process of forwarding network traffic from one network to another network using LAN, using VLAN. So we have to create, suppose we have one network, and we have to create a WAN. That is, we have separate departments such as a faculty department, and we have a student department. So we have to do that. Student department network traffic should be going from the student van, and faculty should be going from the faculty van. So in if we didn't created van, so every network will be jumbling in the switch, and the flowing traffic will be much more. That is going to be tougher for the network administrator, that we have to do the configuration later on, so that WAN routing is useful for the inter-WAN routing, so that when we create a WAN for the faculty, then that network traffic will be only going into the faculty WAN, and student that will be going into the student WAN. So that will be easier for the network traffic that is going through the switch, and we will get the easier network that is we will configure in this video. So what is a separate physical interface for the router? Means if we having three vans, such as we have a faculty, we have a student, and we have guest. For that, for the faculty, a single port is assigned, and in that cross over cable that is used only for the faculty, and another one that is for the second cable that is used for the student, and third cable that is for the guest. For that, these three are easier. For that, it will be assigning each address for that crossover cable, and that crossover cable is connected to the router, so that only from that WAN it will go to the switch, and from switch it will go to the router, and from that the network flow is going. So we use a separate physical interface for the WAN. So we will see what is a router on a stick. So in that, we have only one crossover cable that is connected from the switch to the router, and we use Ethernet link configuration, that is an 802.1q. So that we are using, that is encapsulation trunk link inside that, and we assign each WAN to the single crossover cable, that is we will give student dot faculty dot guest, such as that IP address, and we will create that with the intra-WAN routing. So we will see what is inter-WAN routing. So this is the inter-WAN routing. We will this is the router, this is a switch, and this is switch, this is the PC. So we will create 172.17.10.0 network in this, and here 172.17.20.0 in this network. So from this to this only the network will be established. So we will see how to assign that. First we will configure this, and we will give IP address at 172.17.10. We will begin from 5, subnet mask that is 24, and this is 172.17.10.1. Similarly, we will go to the second PC, 172.17.10.6, 255, 172.17.10.1. Let's check this one. Yes. We will go to the second WAN. We will assign 172.17.20.5 24 subnet 172.17.20.1. We will go here and give similarly same 172.17.20.6 subnet 172.17.20.1. So we have assigned this IP address. Now we will go in switch and configure the IP address for the WAN. So first we will go into switch and we will give enable config terminal. After that we will create a WAN 10, that is name faculty. Then we will assign interface fast ethernet 0/1 switch port mode access switch switch port mode access, that is we will allow VLAN 10. So now you can see this is turned to orange, that is we have assigned VLAN 10 to the fast ethernet 01. Next we will go and assign 0, 1/1 fish port mode access and we will assign 10. So this is turned to orange, exit and exit. Now we will go to the second switch and we will assign 20 to the second switch. So here we will go assign enable conf terminal VLAN 20 name as student. Then we will go and give interface, that is fast ethernet 0, 0/1 switch port would access VLAN 20, exit interface fast ethernet 1/1 switch port to mode access VLAN 20, exit, exit and exit. Now we will go to the router and we will assign IP address, that enable config terminal interface fast ethernet 0, 0 IP address 172.17.10.1 255.255.255.0. No shutdown. Exit interface fast ethernet 1/0 IP address 172.17.20.1 no shutdown. So this interface is turned to green now. Let's check now if the ping is going from this network. So you can see from one PC to another PC in LAN VLAN 10. So here it is going successful. Now we will check to the second. It will go successfully. But if we go from here to here, it will show failed because we haven't give the allow access to this, that it will go. So we will see how to do that in separate interface. Okay, so this is the separate physical interface for the router. Now we will assign this IP addresses and we will do the configuration in this desktop. We will assign 172.17.10.21 255 172.17.10.1. Next PC for the WAN 72.17.20.22 172.17.20.1. Next for the guest PC 172.17.30.23 55 172.17.30.1. Similarly for this also 172.17.10.24 172.17.10.1. Next for VLAN 20 172.17.20.25 172.17.20.1. For the VLAN 30 172.17.30.26 17.13.1. So we have given assigned IP address for the PCs. Now we will create VLAN for those. Enable config terminal. So this is config terminal. We will create a VLAN 10, name as faculty, interface fast Ethernet 0,1, switch port mode access VLAN 10. Exit next fast Ethernet 0/2 switch port mode access for VLAN 20. Oh, sorry, we have to create VLAN for that. VLAN 20 student interface 0,2 switch port mode access VLAN 20. VLAN we will create VLAN 30. Name guest interface fast Ethernet 0/3 switch port mode access VLAN 30. Exit, exit, and exit. Next we will go to the second switch and we will do same as for here. Enable config terminal VLAN 10 name faculty interface fast Ethernet 0/1 switch port mode access VLAN 10 VLAN 20 name student interface fast Ethernet 0/2 switch port mode access that we will give, that is access VLAN 10 VLAN 20. It's turned to orange. Next VLAN 30 name as guest interface fast Ethernet 0/3 access access VLAN 30 exit exit and exit. Okay, so we created this. Now we will go to here and we will assign switch port mode access for this, and then we will configure give IP address. So let's see what is configuration command. So here we will give switch port mode access, and here we will give the IP address, and then we will shut down the means we will on this. Let's do enable config terminal interface fast Ethernet 0/3 switch port mode access we will give access for VLAN 10. So here it is creating VLAN exit. Then we will go interface. Again we will give access exit. Then we'll give interface fast Ethernet 0/4 switch port mode access for VLAN 20. So this does not exist. It will create fast Ethernet 0/5 switch port mode access VLAN 30 exit exit and exit. So we will go here in router and we will assign the IP addresses for this. Enable config terminal interface fast Ethernet 0/0 IP address 172.17.10.1 to 55.255.255.0. No shutdown. So first is turned to green fast Ethernet. Next IP address fast Ethernet 4/0 IP address 172.17.20.1 to 55.255.255.0. No shutdown. So second also is turned to green. Next fast Ethernet 0 5/0 IP address 172.17.20 30 155.255.255.0. Now shutdown. It is turned to up. Okay, so we configured this. Now we will try to give access to give from this to this. So first it will go failed. It will go failed. Let's try to give access again now. Enable terminal. Fast Ethernet 0/3 port mode access VLAN 10 20 30. Sorry, VLAN 10 exit. Now let's try to give again. It is showing failed. Let's try once again. First Ethernet 0/1. This we will give mode access VLAN 10 20 30. First Ethernet 0/2 0/2 mode access 10 20 and 30. Let's try to do now. Okay, so let's try now. So here it is showing successful because it is going across the network. Let's try for 20. It is going successfully. Successful. So all those are going successful. Now we will see router on a stick. So this is the router on a stick. We will assign this IP address and we will try to do 172.17.10.21 to 55. 172.17.10.1. Next we will go 20. 172.17.20.22 to 55. 172.17.20.1 to 30. 172.17.20 dot sorry 38.23. 172.17.30.1. Next we will do similarly for the next VLAN. 172.17.10.24. 21. Here it is. By mistake it went there. 172.17.10.24 to 55. 17.10.1. 172.17.20.25 55 172.17.20.1 172.17.30.26 255 172.17.30.1. Okay, so we created this VLAN. Next we will go and configure this. Enable config terminal, then name VLAN VLAN 10, name faculty, interface fast ethernet 0/1, switch port, mode access for VLAN 10, exit VLAN 20, name student, fast ethernet 0/2, switch port, mode access for VLAN 20, exit VLAN 30, name guest, fast ethernet 0/3, mode access VLAN 30, exit. Next we will go to interface fast ethernet 0/4, access. This will give access VLAN 10, 20 and 30, exit and exit. The same we will do here also. Enable config terminal, enter VLAN 10, name faculty, interface fast ethernet 0/1, switch port, mode access for VLAN 10, exit VLAN 20, student 0/2, switch port, mode access VLAN 20, exit VLAN 30, name guest, fast ethernet 0/3, switch port, mode access for VLAN 30. Okay, so we created here. Next fast ethernet 0/4, switch port, mode access for VLAN 10, 20 and 30. Is it okay? So we created this. Next, we will see what is the step for the router on switch. So here we will go for the fast Ethernet 0 and we will give allow access and then we will assign this interface. So we will go here and assign enable config terminal interface interface fast Ethernet 0/3 switch port mode access. We will give access for VLAN 10, VLAN 10, VLAN 20, VLAN 30. So 30. Next, then it first Ethernet 0/3 switch port mode trunk. So trunk that will allow 10, 10, 20 and 30. So this will allow all of this. Next we will go to the router and we will assign the IP. So like this we have to configure and encapsulate. So here we will go enable config terminal. So here we will configure interface fast Ethernet 0/0 IP address 172 no shutdown. So we will turn that on dot 10 dot IP address 172.17.10.1. Like this we have to do 255.255.255.0. Next is it first Ethernet 0.0.20 IP address 172.17.20.255.255.255.0. So we turned up. So we have to do one thing, that is interface first Ethernet 0.10 encapsulation dot 1 Q10. So we encapsulated that exit 20 encapsulate 20 then first 30 turned off encapsulate dot 1 Q, that will be 30 IP address 172.17.30 IP address 172.17.30 dot 30 dot 1 to 55 dot 255 dot 255 dot 0. No shutdown. Okay, so like that we configured this. Okay, let's try to give. So here it is going successfully. Next we will do here. Here it is going successful. It is going successful. So this also executed successfully. So this was experiment number 8 of Computer Network Lab, Intra and Inter-VLAN VLAN routing. Thanks for watching my video.